Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. You have entered the room. This is what I like to call it. I welcome you to Healing Room Tarot. Everything that I do it per Spirit's guidance and direction. And today we're going to do a little bit more focused readings. Um, Meaning there are a few things that came to mind as I was preparing for today. Then I'm going to ask Spirit to help guide us and direct us. I'm being directed to do one more thing. Give me just a minute. Spirit wanted me to get a few more decks because there are some things that need to be said, need to be heard. And for some, I'm sure that you've seen some of the decks before. They're very popular. But I hope that you are taking in this music and letting it calm you down. Mental stress is the focus. I feel like there's a lot of people in mental turmoil right now. That is a few of the things that I want to, been instructed to talk about on today. And if you hear the background, that's my dog. I have a dog. So I'm going to dive right in. My first question: Spirit, guide me towards those who are facing mental anguish, mental stress, feeling like they have a mental breakdown. Excuse me. What would you have them to know? What would you have them to know? It's told to use this deck. Hmm. So the two cards that we're instructed to pull out is the new moon in Taurus. Know your worth. And the last quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up. So let's read Know Your Worth. New moon in Taurus. Know your worth. You're on the right track, but you need to go steadily. Knowing that you're worthy of your desires is crucial here. Opportunities open up when you believe in yourself. Dig deep and move past negative comments from others. No matter what happened in the past, if you're aiming to manifest something for the good of everyone concerned, you can do it. Good self esteem will also boost your manifesting powers. So love yourself more. Know your own worth, and others will too. Be true to your values. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to property, possessions, sensuality, love, self belief, and self worth. Your manifesting mindset. Acknowledge and make a list of your best traits. If you find that hard to do, ask a friend to tell you what's great about you. Your manifesting tips for boosting self worth. Call in Archangel Shamuel, who helps you to find anything you need and bring spiritual illumination. Connect to Venus, the planet of love and abundance that guide Taurus. Place a picture of Aphrodite on your altar to draw in Venus energy. Hold this card to your heart chakra and feel Aphrodite's beautiful and loving energy. Your manifestation affirmation: I deserve to manifest. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. And let me turn the cards this way so that you can see it. Know your worth and lighten up. What's happening for you right now can turn out well, but you need to find a balance between the light and the dark of the situation. Get in touch with some lighter and happier feelings to clear out any energetic debris that may have grown out of your fears. That said, this isn't about glossing over any dramas and pretending all is well if it isn't. A positive attitude towards life now will help clear away any upsets. Your manifesting mix. Two very strong energies are at play here: all the things you fear and your very vitality. Your manifesting mindset. Drawing this card suggests you need to lighten up a little. Happy manifesting comes from a happy place. Make a list of your blessings. Your manifesting magic. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Leo: sunstone, carnelian, citrine, rose quartz, aventurine, or dalmatine jasper. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a warming orange light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation: when I forgive myself, I set myself free. This lets me know that it appears to many of you that you are most of your mental anguish are internal, meaning it's sort of like that. Three of Swords, Two of Swords energy, where you believe that something is worse than what it seems. You're only stuck because you allow yourself to be stuck. So let's get into the tarot. Spirit, how can my viewers, I've already claimed you, we're part of a community, right? But how can the viewers clear out the negative energy that has them mentally blocked? Hmm. I am loving what is coming out. Loving, loving, loving this. Okay. So the first card you get is Justice. What do you have justice from? How is this justice coming in? Let's get more deeper into this, right? So, in knowing your worth, there's certain things that you do. It's about putting up your boundaries. It's about what you will and will not accept, right? And so with the Justice card, it is here to let you know that that same grace that you give yourself is always surrounding you. That same strength that I hear a made up mind, when you have made up your mind and you say you're going to do something, that's the power that is surrounding you. And you have it even the more now because as we're talking about mental clearing and um, being healed from mental stress, it's important that you know that you have this energy that is so adamant about your healing that when you start to take the steps towards healing, that you have no choice but to heal. Because the next card that comes is the devil. You have justice over the devil. No matter what people, places, or things traumatize you, you have justice here that is protecting you. Just like that candle that is in between the wings. Justice is protecting you. So you have nothing to fear. And then what comes after the devil card? Strength, which means you have the strength to get through this time. You will not break. You will not have a mental breakdown. You will not fall out and die before your time. You can hold it together. I hear, I literally hear a young lady saying, I cannot handle this. I don't know what I can do. This isn't what I signed up for, things along those lines. So if that is you that's watching, just know that you can. You have to quiet yourself and meditate, just like the lighten up. Because when you are already going through mental stress and you start to beat your own self up, you put more stress on yourself. I'm being told to look at, oh, okay, I see why. So on this card, there is a young lady, who's resting in the river while she's looking up at this moon. So I don't know if you like to go swimming, um, and particularly swimming in lakes. I know that is not everyone's thing. But I will suggest to go find a body of water to relax in. And when you get to that body of water, release everything into that water so that it goes downstream and away from you. When you release that into the water will literally cleanse you spiritually, physically, mentally, everything that you put in that river. And speak to the river. Actually speak to the river. Speak to the water and say, water, thank you for cleansing me. Thank you for removing all the mental stress that I have. Thank you for providing a spiritual protection over me that I can sense. And you end the ask however you wish to. This channel is open to all. So whoever you believe in, whatever your higher power is, in the prayer, the statement, the ask in their name. I will say this: the river will take it away from you. And I'm also hearing that sometimes it's a few of you that may need to visit the river often. Not to say that you're going to always have something to give to the river, but it's going to serve as a reminder that you can give it up to the higher power and that you don't have to hold on to it. And every time, the more frequent you visit that place, the more frequent you will have a reminder that you are being protected and that you don't have to hold on to it. And your days will get lighter, no matter what comes. No matter what comes your way, no matter who comes your way, you will always remember and remind yourself that you are mentally protected. So what else did you get after the strength? The King of Pentacles. Now, we know that pentacles usually represent financial wealth, things of that nature, the industry, right? So that lets me know that for some of you, this could be mental stress from your job, which means now you're going to be able to take control, because that's what the king does, right? The king takes control, is in command. You're going to start taking control over industry. That's what I'm literally hearing. You're going to take control of an industry. So if this is mental stress on your job, that means you're going to start handling it better on your job. But another thing is um, that the pentacles can also mean just abundance in every area of your life, right? So if you take mental control, you have so much to gain. You have so much that you can do when you take control of your mental. And you're going to have some decisions. Two of Wands. Where are you going? When you start taking control of things, your direction changes. The reason why your direction changes is because you're no longer allowing outside influences to control how you move, where you move, and when you move. You take control, and the king decides when and where I'm going to move. So now that you're in your king energy, how are you going to move? Where are you going to move? When are you going to move? Bottom of the deck. The Emperor. The Emperor sets his own pace. This is okay. So you have your high priestess, right? I have never heard this before, but this is what I'm hearing. So you know how you have your high priestess. This is like her counter that I'm picking up. But in the male energy, I'm gonna have to look that up. This is what I'm really picking this up though. Um, the Emperor is a strategist, right? The overall energy is strategizing. How are you going to move in this season? When you're going to move? Where are you going to move? Because you have the strength. You have justice on your side. You're already operating in a place of control with your King of Pentacles. And you know that you have options. Knowing this, it means that you should operate as the ultimate king, the Emperor. Mm. I do know that the Emperor card is usually the Aries card. So I don't know if you are in Aries. I don't know if you're dealing with an Aries. I don't know if during Aries season, that's when it's going to appear to you. But I was being led to even share that. And if you look at his face, I'm going to get a little closer. Sorry for the glare there. If you look at his face, it's with such intensity and such focus. When you focus in on your dreams, the outside world cannot bother you as much. It's like I was going to say latch on, but literally what I heard, it's like being a tick on a dog. The tick is up there and nothing can remove it itself. It gets pulled away. But when you're this focused, will you ever get pulled away? So again, this is having me to believe that this is an industry reading. I believe our last one was an industry reading, but your mental stress is coming from industry. And when you're focused, you're focused. When nothing can deter you from your dreams and your goals, your mindset stay focused on those dreams and goals until it happens for you. Spirit, what other messages would you like to share with the reader before we get to the open floor? And I will explain the open floor in just a few minutes. Let's see what we got here. We have the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Four of Swords, this is the first card right here. It's a question posed to you. Will you continue to lay down and accept attacks from those around you, accept attacks from the enemy? That's what I'm hearing. Or will you take control and follow your destiny? Will you lay it down and give in? Or will you take control of your destiny? And I'm hearing when you take control of your destiny, Spirit is there to back you up. Spirit is there to guide you and lead you. Spirit is there to help you understand what you don't understand. And here's the thing, if you get frustrated because you don't understand a thing, that's when you ask Spirit to help you understand it. Spirit will either send you something, like something reading, something to hear. You may have been led to hear this message. You may have been frustrated and say, I need an answer. And you come across this video. That was Spirit that guided you here. So, and Spirit can also send people, to your way and just say, hey, I just want to tell you something. Or you may spark up a conversation in a grocery store or doctor's office, pharmacy, what have you. And the person began to talk on your situation without them knowing you. And they give you an answer. That is a Spirit-led conversation because Spirit wants you to know that I am here. And one thing Spirit wanted me to show you is that you can release the darkness and you can accept the light when you take control of your destiny, because you take control of what enters and exits your life. And I'm even hearing, if you're having mental stress from a relationship, It's because you're holding on to the very thing that is causing you the mental stress. So if it's a guy, if it's a girl, however the person identifies, it means that the moment that you let them go, you can find that freedom. You can find that happiness again, that joy again. You just have to not be afraid to let them go. Most of the times we hold on to people because we are afraid of the aftermath. But I'm hearing, what is greater, your pain or your destiny? Will you bow down to your pain and allow your pain to continue to rule over you and to drain you? Or will you let it go and allow your destiny to take control and to continue? I literally just heard this and I had to laugh a little bit. Financial blessings come when we learn to lose control. I literally just heard that. And so I know we are in a time where man is saying that we are in a state of emergency when it comes to resources, right? But we know that man did not create the resources that we have. They have control over it. They have taken control over it, but they don't control every bit of it. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know if it doesn't, and I can come back and clarify. But what it does mean is that the creator of all, the creator of everything, has the most control. You can't control something that spirit has destined for you. So when you lose control, you allow spirit to guide you to where the free access of things are. You allow spirit to blow your mind because it's almost. I'm gonna give you this example. If they say that you're living in a drought or an area where there's a huge drought, and you are led to go somewhere else where people are not looking, and you find out that there's a huge water reservoir just waiting for you. Spirit's like, I control the resources, I control these things. I'm being asked to bring this card again. Remember, if I'm protecting you, I am holding all the resources. And we as individuals have to think like that. We have guardian angels for a reason. Our guardian angels protect us from things, they shield us from things. So what may happen to the normal folk, as I like to say, may not necessarily happen to you. You may have that bridge over troubled waters, whereas other people must go through the troubled waters or wait till the troubled waters subside before they can cross over to dry land or cross over to safety. You may not have that option. You may have that. Um, what did they say in Monopoly? Uh, go to, I believe it's go to like the start and collect your $200 or something like that. Anyway, it's like a skip logic that happens where you can go back to the start and collect money. As soon as I said that, I heard monopolize your faith, which is what? Taking control. When you can take control of your faith, nothing can persuade you and dissuade you. All right. I have to look at the Guess who popped up again? King of Pentacles under your Wheel of Fortune. And guess what popped up over here? The Moon. King of Pentacles is under your Wheel of Fortune. You're supposed to have this created happiness, this willed happiness. But what is causing you pain is the things that you refuse to recognize, the things that you keep hidden. You know the truth, but you rather accept the lie. So you know that person is no good for you, but you tell yourself lies because, and I'm hearing you rather you rather receive the little white lie than to recognize the dark truth. That's literally what I heard. So you rather believe the lies than the truth. And so just like the girl is under the water, you suffocate yourself. This is the Healing Room Tarot. This is meant to heal you. And I'm going to say this. You can, as you watch and continue to watch, and this is something I'm going to start saying, just know that we can't make you do a thing. We can't make you. I just heard we. Yes, we. Because I am the messenger, right? And me as the messenger and spirit cannot make you do anything. We can only tell you what you should do, but you have the ultimate decision and ultimate choice to follow along. If you do not, that is your prerogative. We can lead you to the door, but we can't make you walk through it. And so now, speaking of open door, I'm going to pull a few cards to let spirit have spirit's way and healing for a few moments. I'm already seeing two sets of people. So I'm going to do a double reading right now. I have never done this before, but I promise you, I see it plain as day. Oh, wow. Okay. And if you hear the music in the background, this is not my channel, but you can find this music. It is healing under the search for healing music. Reiki music, natural energy, emotional and physical healing music. I love this channel. It's very soothing, very relaxing. Okay. So this is side A and this is side B. So side A, last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. And side B, new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Okay. So that took a little longer. It's a process that I do. Hmm. I heard endless rows. I don't know what that stands for, what that means, but I just heard endless rows. Mm. Oh, I'm so glad I watched this. Pull this way. So I can't show you the full card, but I'm gonna show you this for this card is overall energy for both sides, A and B, and I will read that to you last. But it does say the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Ritual, order, and ceremony. So that means there's some things that is about to be revealed for things on how to clear up some things. You may have to start get in the practice of doing ritualistic things. And I don't wish to scare anybody, but we do things and rituals every morning anyway, right? So it's basically, what are you doing routinely? Let me put it in a quote unquote safer rural word to use. What are your routines? So that may be switching up. So for side A, reveal what needs to be seen. And let's see what card you got here. Oh, okay. Okay. So you have the Queen of Cups. The next was the Five of Cups. And then the last, the Four of Swords. Some of you are afraid of your own happiness. Queen of Cups is all about her, about enjoying life, laughter, joy. It's the feminine energy, the energy of lightheartedness, I would say. And the Five of Cups is the energy that is, I've given so much that my light is almost out. Let me I've given so much that my light I'm burning out. I feel like I'm burning out, but you have a little bit more life in you. And this is a better view of the Queen of Cups. You see how much light that she has? She has so much light. And then you have the Four of Swords. Heartache. At the center, I feel like I'm at my darkest. But there's just a little bit of light behind me that's telling me to push on. Clarification. Seven of Pentacles and the Moon. What I'm picking up is that you literally, um, I, what I'm getting is that you literally have to speak life to the root of the situation, to your situation. I'm hearing that a lot of things that's going wrong in your life currently is because you planted a lot of seeds of death, um, meaning negative talking, negative thinking, negative writing. You released it, and now it's coming back. It's starting to grow. It's starting to manifest. But you can go back and you can speak life to those dead situations. And this lets me know that this is something that took place in the past, because you have the Moon card here. This is something that you did in a dark hour. Something that you may have said to yourself. You may have been by yourself. More than likely, I would say you were probably by yourself. This is giving me the energy of when I'm frustrated and I'm by myself and I say things that I don't really mean, but there's no one else there to hear me. So they can't call me out on it, right? But they're starting to manifest. And you're here, you were the Queen of Cups, but now you're getting in this, I feel attacked. I feel like I'm being drained, but you still have that light. So I'm going to read release what needs to be seen. And that is the last quarter moon in Scorpio. It says, there are some things that people just don't like to talk about. Drawing this card suggests there's an issue or situation in your life now that might not be easy to air, or perhaps you feel that you shouldn't air it. That's fine. Now it's time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. Don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require discretion. The less codependent you are, the better chance you have of getting what you want. The manifesting mix, there are two forces at play and neither wants to budge. Strong is good, stubborn is a problem. Your manifesting mindset, when you no longer feel the need to tell everyone what you're manifesting, you're ready to start manifesting. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Scorpio. Grossular garnet, pyrite, peridot, lepidolite, azurite, or black obsidian. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a luminous aquamarine light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by as you walk through your situation or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation, I know that dramas now are healing crisis. And remember, I say you're manifesting some things that you said in the dark, and you know what they are. And like the card suggests, you don't have to tell people what they were. But because you know what they were, talk the opposite to change the outcome. You can kill a plant that is alive, that is being destructive. Think of it as a weed. You may have planted the weed seed, but you can kill it. The Queen of Cups is all about manifesting her happiness. The card talked about manifesting. You have to take control over that situation as well. Now let's get into side B. And it says, attune to the divine. Okay. So your first card, 5 of Wands. I'm trying to get it to stop glaring. Ah, there we go. 5 of Wands. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. This set lets me know with the 5 of Wands that there has been a, usually the 5 of Wands means that there's a struggle, there's a fight for things. But in this sense, I'm really picking up that there's been a lot of confusion. It's been a lot of things happening, and it's almost like I don't know which direction I should go in. And for the traditional 5 of Wands cards, I would say it would even imply that I don't know who to trust. I keep going to people, but I don't know who to trust. But you're being enlightened with the Page of Swords for new ideas. Meaning you don't have to be stuck. You can. It's almost like that King Solomon energy. If you know King Solomon, he was basically a very wise king. He was a strategist. He found ways to find the truth. He found ways that will allow the truth to come to the forefront. I'm hearing shifters, a sifter. There we go, not shifter, but sifter. Um, you can sift through the problems with this new, I don't want to call it a mindset. It is a mindset, but it's a new way of thinking that's coming towards you. It's a new way of doing things. And with this new way of doing things, it may look strange to you at first. It may even feel strange, but it will help you to decipher who you can trust to get you out of this Five of Wands energy. Because another thing is that the Queen of Wands, and actually this should go over here. The Queen of Wands, excuse me, I said Queen of Wands. This is Queen of Swords. Excuse me. The Queen of Swords takes control of the intellect. She doesn't operate out of emotions. She operates out of intelligence. She's also she's the queen strategist, right? So again, this is a lot of feminine energy here. I'm hearing and I was going to say this later, but I'm being led to say this now. Whichever pal, and you don't have to choose a pal, whichever one you feel more in tune with is for you. But for some of you, you're both pals. That's what I'm picking up. So you have some of you have been operating heavily in your emotions, and for some of you, you've been operating that way, but now you're coming to a place of Queen of Swords energy, meaning you're becoming more, you have more wisdom on how to operate and move without being emotional. The clarification cards. We have, yeah, the Magician and the King of Wands. So we didn't have the Queen of Wands, but we do have the King of Wands here. And so the King of Wands is all about movement, taking, going towards, the passions of life, right? Um, well, first let me go to the Magician, because the Magician card was first. The Magician card is about manifesting. What you put out into the universe, you're going to receive. About it's the ultimate manifester. So it's, what are you trying to, and I don't know what this situation is, right? I don't know what's been causing the pain and the anguish for you, or that's caused you confusion. But what I do know is that you have the ability to manifest the outcome that you want, the favorable outcome that you want. And it's going to be one that you feel comfortable with, you are passionate about. You see how relaxed he is? It's almost like you're going from this, I need to plan, I gotta plan, I gotta do this, to, oh, I'm comfortable with the decisions I'm making. I'm comfortable with the strides that I'm taking. It's that king energy. It's very much Leo energy. And we just left Leo season just a few days ago, honestly. So I don't know if that has to play, but I'm definitely getting that. Be confident in what you're manifesting. Be confident in uh, your plans. Don't let anything deter you. And I'm going to read the Tune to Divine, because I feel like, oh, I'm just going to say it now. So the divine wants you to know that you are this heavy manifester, because what you have set out to do, nobody can stop. So no matter if you have been in a situation where you didn't know who to trust, it was confusion. People try to confuse you, or there's a particular situation. Um, the divine is letting you know that you have the choice. You have the tools. There's some things coming towards you, where you can strategize properly and manifest easily. Because one thing that happens when you attune to the divine is that divine will lead you to newer things. And if you've been watching this so far, you know, and I mean the video from the beginning, you know that the divine will lead you to correct places. Divine is not going to leave you stranded and hanging out there by yourself. The divine will always lead you to opportunities that will best benefit you and give you the wisdom on the proper execution of those strategies. Okay, and this is new moon in Pisces. Attune to the divine. You have the opportunity to slip into the flow of life now. When that happens, you want what is happening, and what is happening is what you want. Your manifesting is working perfectly. Just make sure that you stay attuned to your higher self, and you'll be well on your way to feeling blissfully happy and in tune with your dreams. Meditation is the best way to connect with your higher self. So practice it if you know how, or try learning from an online instructional video. Above all else, be kind to yourself and others. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to spirituality, contacting other realms, taking some time out, or dealing with a fear. Your manifesting mindset. The more you can believe that all is well, the more all will be well for you. Manifesting tips for creating flow. Call in Archangel Sandalphon, who slips between this world and the next. Call in the energy of the planet Neptune, which guides Pisces. Tonight, before you go to sleep, ask Sandalphon to guide you towards Neptunian energy in your dreams so that you can connect with the numinous. Your manifestation affirmation: my conscious dreams create my reality. There's no further explanation that I can give. There's no further explanation. And so the ultimate for both cards, for both sets, A and B, we're looking at number 44, seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. The ritual of release, the divine order, and the celebration that comes with it all. These are a little longer, but bear with me. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. I have to hide. Actually, let me read it. Switch hands here. It reads, when the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed, something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes. Resonating with high frequency violet light and the archangel Zadkiel, the seventh ray also helps transmit energy from lower to higher frequency. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. The seventh ray is very active upon the earth at this time. All of humanity is being affected by it. The seventh ray is the push pull between the old and the new. The life that has been and can no longer continue in that form, and the new life that wants to evolve from the old. It honors traditions and ancestral wisdom that serve new life. When the seventh ray enters your life, you are asked to balance your attachment to what has been with an openness to the new. It is a time to fearlessly question what has been, honor what continues to hold value for you, and dismiss what no longer serves you. The seventh ray also creates form from invisible, intangible spiritual energy. These are the inspired solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. They are signs of the divine order happening. The seventh ray brings an alignment with that divine order. And the more you are willing to invoke and allow the energy to bless you, the more your life will align itself with the genius of creativity, solutions, and loving opportunities the universe wants to bring to your world. The gifts of ritual, order, and ceremony are ways to attract this energy. Conscious ceremony done in service to unconditional divine love feeds a need for sacred embodiment. It is the hunger within the soul that many seek to feed through religion and others through the less conscious rituals of addiction. Ritual can be something that keeps you stuck or opens you to the sacred. Choosing a spiritual practice to engage on a regular basis, creating your own spiritual system, will help you call the genius of seventh ray energy into your life. Your spiritual practice might be a daily prayer, followed by a short conscious dance or yoga session, a meditation, a walk in nature, or some combination of these. Find what works for you. Do that regularly. Make it a priority. You can invite spirit into your life through a simple and ordered system that you do on a regular basis, even if only for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Then the new life, the new you, the order that brings an expansive idea to life in the world can happen. The challenge with the seventh ray is not to become obsessed with the future, with the new, to the extent that you forget about the valuable aspects of what already is. It is about developing what has value, not rejecting outright anything from the past. The past can teach us wisdom and help us create a more loving future. If we allow ourselves to balance our passion for the future with a respect for what has been. The gift of the seventh ray is the ability to live as an embodied divine presence. For humans who don't trust or even recognize the love of the divine in their hearts as yet, those who do are great supporters. The seventh ray empowers us to use loving ritual to invite divine presence to fill us and our lives. It also teaches us how to use our consciousness to clean up our own energy field and the energy field of the world around us so the divine can show its face more clearly. The comfort of this help the comfort of this can help free all beings from anguish and suffering. Your invocation, I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, and the assistance of the unconditionally loving masters on this ray, the violet flame of Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel. I open to the magic of creativity, divine genius, and the ability to translate spiritual concepts into real world experiences for the greatest good. May I discover and use my innate power for consciousness, for conscious and loving ritual and ceremony to enrich and invite spiritual presence into the world. May all beings feel safe and consciously held in a loving divine order according to the great plan of love through my own free will, so be it. I hope you were able to capture bits and pieces of A and B that was in this reading. Um, what I will share, uh, whenever I said that some of you are both pals, I did capture that. So I'm not may, but I have to reveal that. So remember when I said that there's some things that you spoke into your life, some seeds that you planted, um, privately in the dark, right? When you planted those seeds, they're now starting to grow. But like I said, you have the power to change this outcome. You have the power to destroy those seeds. And what the last card was saying is that once you destroy these seeds, you now have open access to the divine. You now are opening your world to divine instruction and divine wisdom. The instruction will tell you what to do and how you should do it. And then it's going to give you the wisdom to strategize it, to execute it in a way that will benefit you. And of course, it talked about a lot of manifesting. So when you manifest correctly, you can lead with ease. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining the room. Thank you for coming in to get what you need and to heal that what you need to heal. You all be blessed, and we will meet each other again in the room.